when they come in. I gotta learn the ways of the
Yeah, I mean, dog.
TikTok. That was me, I think, wasn't it?
No,
Oh,
it
no.
was dog.
Listen, okay, so let me see. So you share. Let me get this together. I'm gonna share. Hey, Dre.
They say we reach 2,000 followers or something.
Dre, I'm trying to learn how to oh, let me say she can open a link. I'm trying to learn how to share while I'm
Oh,
out here
shit,
in these
baby.
streets. I'm trying to
I've
share.
been through too much.
Can you stop saying that, please, in the circle?
Nah,
Oh my God, really?
to worship him.
You are so ignorant, Dre. Don't laugh at him, please. You don't know my story
Well,
and all the things that I've been through.
you've been through a lot.
You can't feel my pain, what I had to go through to get here.
Struggling again.
You'll never understand my praise. So don't try to figure it out because my worship, thanks, Cedric. My
My
worship
worship
is
is
for
for
real.
real.
Oh, because my worship. Listen, you see your brother say, "Oh no, not the Thomas on TNT."
Ooh.
That's TikTok.
Yo, what up, though?
How are you? We are getting ready to get started in here. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Um, I'm excited about what
Up in her, up in her.
really about tonight and our topic and just being live on TikTok and Facebook at the same time. All this good stuff. Hey
TikTok and
Lashana, how
Facebook.
are you? So if you hear me talking, you don't see it on your
The
screen,
same damn time.
it's because we're going both. Yes, you can be here, honey. This is for married and singles. Both, both of them with an F.
All both of them. What's up,
All
Cody?
both of them.
You forgot this one.
I
This
didn't
mine's
forget.
Florida. We up in here.
Hey, I didn't forget to put that dumb junk on there. See, I'm glad you know how to work TikTok. You don't know how to go TikTok and write it on there.
Who's money?
What you gonna do?
Well, my money got them.
Come on in, share this live, tap the screen, get us some likes. I think that's what you're supposed to do on TikTok.
Pull your back roll out.
Oh Lord, look at Paul say Eatonville, Florida. I mean, why do we put these little bitty places? So y'all, we are live on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube.
See, I like a challenge.
And so we are doing multiple things at one time. Oh, Justin, Justin said my song. Come on in the room.
There it is.
Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor. He writes out all of my scriptures. He brings all of my medicine in the room.
In the room.
In the room.
You owe me money.
Oh my God, Justin, your little brother know how to put it on TikTok.
Wait. I'm the big brother.
I didn't mean your little brother. I meant your brother.
Yeah.
Later, I sent you a message. I need you on TikTok, big head girl. Anyway,
I win.
What you win, baby?
You said I couldn't do it.
And what you win?
You said I wouldn't make it.
Said I wouldn't be here today.
That's right. But I overcame you.
We getting money. You see to make it rain on TikTok first.
That's what's up.
You missed it.
You were a stumbling block.
What?
You were a stumbling block.
So hey April, hey Dre, Pastor Dre, glad to have you in the building. I think I saw Demisha come in. I am so glad that you guys are here. So we are both excited on both pages. So you got to go back and pause.
I'm on this one right now.
No, TikTok, baby.
I was just on there. I just put the comment up there. You see it.
So anyway.
You was a stumbling block and I overcame you.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. We have a topic. We have a couple that we have been connected with from Memphis, Tennessee. They've been married for 42 years. And they were going to join us. They're having a little technical difficulties. I am So excited. Hey, Lena, you are a moderator on this page, Lena. So somebody talking crazy, you can get them out of here. So anyway, Dre, you too. So thankful for everybody joining us and what we have in store.
That's right.
Tonight we are talking about red flags versus preferences. And what's the other one, Cedric? You put it on top of your head. Where you at? Trick question. Pop quiz.
Oh, acceptance versus forgiveness.
Acceptance versus forgiveness. Do you know a red flag when you see it? What is a red flag? Why is the screen talking about do a filter? I don't know what that
Or
means.
is your preference a red flag?
Is your preference a red flag?
Mm.
Okay, come on here, somebody.
Mm.
So do you know what a red flag is? So first of all, would you like, if you're in the comments, put in the comments what you feel like a red flag is. What's a red flag?
Yeah, just put one. You don't got to put all of them.
And now,
just put a couple.
Just put whatever you feel. Hi, Cedric. Put what a red flag is. And most of the time, these red flags are supposed to be, Justin said, a warning shot. What is a red flag? Because usually these are supposed to be found in dating.
Correct.
But we oftentimes ignore the red flags because the sex was good.
Once you get married,
she was fine. He was fine. Okay, inconsistency is a red flag. Anybody else got some red flags for us? So, okay, not being consistent at what you start. Correct. Okay, LaShawna said, yep. Want you all to themselves. Want you all to themselves. Right. That is a very good one. Want you all to themselves. We are live on Facebook and TikTok. So if you and YouTube. So if you are want to go to YouTube or go to TikTok, we are live over there, live and in color. Come and join us. Okay, so we got inconsistency, jealousy, want you all to themselves.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, Jay, Nicole, how you doing? Shauna says, get mad when you are with someone else. They want to isolate you, absolutely. An action, comment, or behavior that sets off your spidey senses. Listen, if it set off your senses, y'all know. Listen, why do we ignore our spidey senses? Why?
Because they did that thing to it. That's why.
What kind of thing they did, babe?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was that thing that did when
they blew on something they weren't supposed to.
They did it.
So oftentimes when sex is talk too much. Now, you know what? That's right. If they hide in certain things, listen, if they hide in their past, if you ask them about their past or something they've been through and everything is a secret, that should be a red flag.
See the next one?
Read it, baby.
Not being submitted to God in their personal life.
Not being, that is a neon light.
Right.
Family. Family dog get mad. Right. Okay. For spidey senses. Okay. So here's the thing. Red flags should be, or I'm gonna ask you a question. Should red flags be deal breakers?
Well, I think it depends on which red flag it is to me. And everyone deal breaker is different. But
a red flag is something that, okay, give us your definition of red flag that you did today. Remember you gave us he came up with this red flag definition day off the top of his head. I wrote it down. Hold on. Right here.
Yeah, a red flag is something that could be detrimental to a healthy or I forget the other word.
You said dysfunctional.
That it don't say dysfunction no way in there.
It says dysfunction.
Well,
it says something that will lead to dysfunction or an unhealthy relationship. So we're missing some comments, babe. So you gotta keep.
All right, this one says.
I'm talking about here. We can get back to we can.
When one wants everything only their way.
Right, April. If they want it only their way, that is a huge red flag. It depends on the circumstance. Okay. Right. So here's the thing, right? If it's something that's gonna be detrimental and it's unhealthy, then it has to be a deal breaker.
Yeah, but everybody does not necessarily know what an unhealthy relationship is. Some people they thrive in chaos.
Correct, but let's just speak hypothetically that we all know what healthy is
in a utopian society.
In a utopian society,
yes.
Come on, hit the screen, give us some likes on TikTok, y'all tap the screen or whatever y'all supposed to do. I don't know how to do that. I be tapping the screen just to my finger blow up.
Diamond eyes.
But
Oh, never mind.
it just keep coming like that. Okay.
I don't know about the TikTok.
Okay. So anyway, so deal breakers. Why do we overlook deal breakers?
Well, like I said, seriously, it's number one, people think that after you get married, they'll change. Number two, I can change them.
Why do we think that I can change them?
Well, people like projects, and people like to take credit for when I met them, they were this way. Now look at them.
But what about this? What about sex? Women think that my coochie gonna be better than hers, so I'm gonna make him a better person.
Well, that's another reason you overlook, because your judgment is clouded with lust and things of that nature, because they did something to you and they make you not think straight.
Right. She said you can't. I'm not up for it. But majority of women want projects. I don't know why we do. And there's some things you should be able to better your spouse.
Of course.
Like everything, like there are things that we both are better at now and better people for now because of
being with
each other
right.
That we wouldn't have been before.
But now we had to get to a place where we realized that A, we love each other, and that B, we had each other's best interests at heart, so that we can accept constructive criticism from each other.
Correct.
And not get all in your feelings because you said I wasn't XYZ.
Right.
So that's the thing. If you're not in that place in your relationship, that doesn't work. There was something said up here. I think you missed it.
What does it say?
I don't know if we can go back.
Okay, so we have the Clarks joining us. They have finally made it into this world right now. And we are live talking about red flags and preferences. And it has been hit the ground running, but people gave some good stuff. I'm gonna say,
what's up,
I found in my younger years, I cared for him too much, not that I wanted to change him. Should someone love you more than you love them?
Well, I think that's inevitable in a relationship because it goes in waves.
Clarks, what you say now? Should you love your spouse more than they love you?
Should you love your spouse more than they love you?
This is just an off the cuff, but look, I know we put you on the spot. It's a marriage spot. Thank you for joining us. Yes, this is a marriage spot where we love each other. We love marriage. We love God. We have fun together, and we're gonna have some good old topics. What you say?
No such thing as equality in a relationship.
Correct.
You sometimes see what they don't, especially when they're risking life. Again, younger years.
Right.
You have to love them in their language.
Love in their language is big. People need to understand that. Okay, so Clarks, tell us about I don't know when you came in and what you heard. You just having too many technical difficulties.
Yes, I did. We were having a lot of technical difficulties today. So anyway, I don't think we didn't hear any of the beginning. So I don't
okay,
know.
So we asked people what red flags was, and pretty much everything that we talked about today, they named them. And about people pulling wanting to pull you to yourself, keep you to yourself, controlling, inconsistent behavior, things being secretive. Okay, so somebody said, I don't think red flags and deal breakers are one and the same. The red flags can produce deal breakers, but it's up to the person to know what they want to deal with. But see, now here's the other side. So it was red flags versus preferences. Preferences, I believe, are something that you can work through. Right. That's just I like the right side of the bed, Cedric like the left. What else did we say? I can't think of. Just things you like.
Say the toothpaste analogy.
Toothpaste analogy. Like I like to squeeze my toothpaste from the middle. Somebody might want to roll theirs up little from the end. But red flags mean that something is wrong. That's a warning sign. When your body start doing certain things, that means a red flag. Your body not right. Got a fever? There's some sickness or illness there.
Right.
Y'all can chime in at any time.
Well, I was looking at what was it, Paul Cody?
Paul Cody, yeah.
But I don't think red flags and deal breakers are one and the same. And yeah, I agree with that, because red flags, like you said, mean that there is an absolute problem. Mm-hmm. You may ignore it, but the reality is there is something wrong that you need to pay attention to. A deal breaker.
But But see, wouldn't that be? Remember we talked about
that would be based on your preferences.
Right.
You know, if I preference something and it means something to me, and to me, I'm looking at this before we get married.
Right.
So if I'm looking at something and I know that this is something that I really want or really have a preference to, and like we talked about earlier today, if I don't want a baby and he wants a baby,
right.
that really is a deal breaker, because he's not going to convince me to want a baby.
So okay, so I got some on the screen said red flags are a problem, that deal breaker, and deal breakers
are things that can't be corrected.
Things that can't be corrected. But here's the thing, right? So if red flags are not deal breakers, then what's the difference? Because it's red flags versus preferences.
Well, you had a comment earlier that we missed, and the lady said that a red flag is something that she addresses with the person and then waits to see if it changes, and changes for good.
A red flag is if he punched the wall when he get mad, his anger's out. I'm just saying, this is just me.
So you saying a red flag is more like a character flaw,
correct?
Some kind of emotional broken.
Red flag is when I get angry, I start punching the wall, or he punches the wall, right. And you know, those, like, I can talk to you about that all day, but can we fix it?
Well, let's look at it from a definition perspective. Because the definition of red flag is to provoke the attention of. So if there's something that's going to provoke your attention, that means that it stands out. It's very prevalent. Okay. It's something that alerts you, that arouses you, that something, as you said earlier, something is wrong.
Right.
If there is something that's really wrong, more often than not, you're not going to change that. Right. That is a character flaw, especially when you're talking about relationships.
I see people saying that.
So they say red flags can be fixed, and say red flags can be negotiated and compromised. Deal breakers are concrete. But the thing that I would say is that deal breakers are really just red flags that you don't budge on. Really, wouldn't that be what a deal breaker is? Because everybody's deal breaker.
My brother Mark, I need you to chime in and give me some wisdom, because I am on the side of red flags is a deal breaker. They done. If you punch in the wall, ain't nothing I can do for you.
Deal breakers and red flags are not synonymous. A deal breaker could be that I don't date anyone under 5'4". There's nothing wrong with 5'4", and the fact that I won't date anyone under 5'4" is not a dysfunction, or it's not toxic. But that may be a deal breaker because on my list, that's important to me.
That wouldn't be a preference?
That's a preference, but it's a deal breaker if I'm considering someone, if I'm dating someone, they want to get married, want to have children, then that will break that deal, because I want to marry someone taller for whatever reason. And that will break that deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
A red flag, usually we refer to red flags as some type of dysfunction, some type of proclivity that does not make us feel good. It does not necessarily have to be a bad thing, but if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it makes you not feel safe, then it's like your antenna goes up. That's a red flag. You should pay attention to it.
Okay.
You should understand what it is, and if you choose to engage in spite of, that's your choice. You need to understand the consequence of that. But grown people get to do either one. Grown people get to break deals. They get to bypass red flags. And you don't get to make rules for intelligent grown people.
Oh. Well,
Paul said red flags can be an assortment of things for a number of people, and that there are levels of red flags.
Levels? Y'all making this. I don't think there's levels of red flags. Y'all know the people when they crazy. If you get with somebody and they crazy, trying to keep you to themselves, they don't want to talk to nobody else.
I agree with
you
that
know when people crazy.
Like if you have a guy, if he's cussing his mama out, that's one thing. But then if he's had slight road rage, that's not quite as severe, I would think.
Okay, so he got all these other things. He got Dre said all flags, all red flags are not deal breakers. Okay, I hear y'all, but you know, we gon' what you say? I got flush this thing out.
Yeah, flush
We
it
gotta
out.
flush it out. I don't care if you agree with my husband. I'm gonna be talking about what I'm talking about. This is the thing. What if they have, okay, just say if you got a person that has your great, they treat you right, great personality, they are good to their children, but they cuss their mom out. That's okay, that's one red flag and all these wonderful things, but what happens then?
That's a deal breaker for me.
How's that a deal breaker for you? Everything else is great.
Well, yeah, but I ain't worried about everything else. If a person is cussing their mother out, then they don't care about nobody else.
Well,
But they treat you real good. What you say, Mark?
For now,
I just said deal breaker is something that you choose not to tolerate. It doesn't have to be qualified or quantified by anybody else's measurements.
right.
It's personal. So if you say, if you cuss your mom out, that's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker. The preference is that he choose not to be with anyone who disrespect their mother.
Correct.
And so you run everything through that filter, and you decide what you're going to tolerate.
Right. Okay. But so here's the thing. We also talked about acceptance versus
Forgiveness.
Now, so we had preferences. So it was, let me get it right.
So just quickly, yes, the red flag can become a deal breaker if that's what you decide. In the words of Brother Mark,
Right. So
it's your choice.
we said acceptance versus forgiveness.
Right.
The problem we had is if I tell Cedric to take the trash out at night, and then he said he gonna take it out in the morning, as long as the trash get taken out, why would he owe me an apology?
Right. Or expect forgiveness.
Right. Like I said, forgive me because I took it out in the morning. Like we mix and mingle the forgiveness and acceptance together. You want to talk about that a little bit? What? I'm not gonna say the red flags. That's you put that up already?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the one I just answered. Yeah. I know we talked about like you said, the trash. If someone does something that's their preference above yours, they shouldn't expect to apologize or have to get your forgiveness for that.
Y'all give us a couple minutes on TikTok. We will invite some people in the box in just a few minutes, okay? So we can get y'all to talk. We're trying to navigate these phones and this stuff so we can have some good conversation, because I think in dating we miss red flags. I think once you get married, it's kind of hard to.
I don't think you miss them. I just think you, like Mark said, you choose to overlook them because there's other mitigating factors that you like.
So Mark, here you're gonna use big words, mitigating factors. You weren't using that before.
Really?
I miss my brother Mark in 2022. I'm glad to see your face. You always make me feel so special in a handicapped type of way. I don't know how to say it. I mean, like, he cut me. We're not gonna say you just overlook them.
Correct.
All right, acceptance can still have disappointment. Forgiveness can't.
Well, you know, when we talk about acceptance, you say acceptance, forgiveness. Both of those can be resolved with improved communication processes. I mean, if you got disagreement on when the trash is empty,
Hey, Ben.
all you have to do is kind of work that out. That's not that doesn't have to go into major injury category.
But a lot of times it does. A lot of times
it does, and the only way to get it out of major injury category is communication, effective communication, because you got to find out what's expected and what's going to be done, and you got to figure out how do we what kind of language do we use to meet in between, and you only do that through communication. I can't be going by how I feel, because how I feel may be different than how she feels. So we can solve a whole lot of conflict, especially conflict that comes up because of a difference in preferences.
Okay, someone said, I'm trying to read both of those, excuse me. Some settle early on in age due to their insecurities.
Oh, they talking about accepting the red flag. They talking about
Accepting the red
Yeah.
flags. So
Say
you've been,
again.
if you've been lonely long enough.
well, that's the insecurities, not necessarily loneliness, but
Well,
whatever those insecurities may be.
okay.
So Paul says acceptance.
She Mildred asked what this one was first. Sorry.
Oh, it's just talking about some settle early on in age due to their insecurities. They were referring to the red flags and if they're being overlooked.
The lighting is awesome on TikTok. The light, right?
Yeah.
Don't do that. So
Paul says acceptance is often done in silence and forgiveness out loud.
but sometimes when you accept things out of your spouse, it can breed resentment.
Well, this is the thing, though. Back to what Mark said.
I know communication, right?
Well, no, but you don't communicate things before you're married. You don't ask the right questions, so you don't know what's expected of you, and your spouse hasn't told you. So they expect you to be a mind reader and know what you want them to do, and they don't. So
Right.
then when they don't know, it, like you said, it breeds resentment and there's tension where there shouldn't be because you didn't clearly express these are the things that I need. This is what I want.
So Brother Bark say better communication will help us with that.
Right.
I know, but I just feel that I got to be difficult.
Right.
All right. Paul said, forgive me. Frankie Harness said, nice topic. Thank you, Frankie, for joining us. Communication is everything unless you have no relationship without talking. Now, is that true? You have no relationship without talking. What do you think about that statement?
You might have a relationship, but is it a good one?
Right. I was gonna say you
That-
can
that
have a
was-
relationship. It's plenty of people have them sexless, which I don't understand what that is.
Well,
Marriages.
and not all.
No, it's a relationship without sex. That's what it is.
No, I just don't understand it. That doesn't make sense to me in marriage. That's what I got married for.
You want some legal.
I want to legally be able to do what I was doing. So you talk about sex without sex. And I mean, why am I gonna get married if I can't have sex?
Well, I mean, there are different things that may take place that cause people not to be able to have sex. So,
I ain't talking about health issues.
Well, it can be.
Hold on.
Why communication?
That's why communication is important. Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, so it said tolerance and acceptance are two different things. Then somebody else says loveless marriages. Oh my, that's a big topic. That's the fact. In
Is it a healthy one? So overall, there's no relationship in my mind.
first of all, let
And
me just
you
talk
missed the
about
one
how.
before that too.
First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all how my eyes is bad, y'all. So y'all, I'm up there squinting. They're reacting on TikTok real low.
So they asked, have you known this your whole life? Like the things that we're talking about, I guess.
No, it's somebody else. Communication. Oh, it's a must. They were asking the person. Well, first of all, some of this stuff just come with time. Like we have Mark and Mildred. You guys who are on TikTok can't see them, but they're on our Facebook Live. So if you want to put another tab and go look at Facebook, you'll see who we're talking to. They've been married for what, 42 or 43 years?
43.
43 years. So that's 43 years of wisdom. So you get around people that have been married for a while, successfully doing marriage. Not that they're perfect, because there's no perfect marriage. You're always a student, never a master. Because, baby, let me tell you, whenever you think you're a master, this marriage thing will throw you a curveball that you be like, wait a minute. I thought we done dealt with everything that is
Under the sun.
Under the sun.
Yeah.
All right, so we got over here.
This one says survival love and trauma bonding exists. So
Yes, it does.
They have bad relationships.
So tell me what survival love and trauma bonding. Because I know trauma when you just be with somebody because
you've been through something together.
Okay, that's what it is. I thought it was just somebody that just came in a bad time. Like, no,
usually trauma bonding is where two people have had some trauma in their life. They come together, they talk about it, they lay on each other, they depend on each other and all that stuff, and they come together in that. But trauma does not necessarily breed love.
Right.
Wow. But it's a lot of people like that.
That trauma breeds codependence.
Oh. Where again, when people say they can't be apart from each other, like we know couples that can't do anything without each other, like anything. If if she going to work, he going to work with her. Like they have jobs where they have to coexist. I
Well,
love my husband. I love the crust of Cedric Thomas, but if he don't get away from me for a few minutes, just to let
well,
me breathe.
well, you know, we have to kind of accept how people decide to live in their relationship, unless they ask for help.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Because people will customize their relationship based upon what they know, what they don't know, based upon their background, based upon their trauma,
Yes.
based upon their history of origin, and it may not look like the other person. And the said was saying, you know, the trauma bonding and dependency seems like a really lovey thing, but it's dysfunctional. So unfortunately, a lot of the bonds in our relationship are dysfunctional, and we call it love. Now, I think we talked about this once before when you had a conversation about love, and we remind people constantly that if love hurt you, it wasn't love.
Wasn't love.
If love let you down, if love traumatized you,
Wait, slow down. You can't look. And the words
not just if love did.
you can't drive past that.
No,
So
if
love
it
hurts you,
it wasn't love. No, that's not love.
Love does not hurt.
love does
Yeah.
not hurt ever.
No.
No.
Love does not hurt.
No, not love. Obsession, dysfunction, dependency
Right.
does, but love does not. Now you can
Love
call
does not hurt. Okay.
You can call those things love. Now we didn't make that up. I mean, that's
No,
not
I'm trying to process. You know, you throw something at me, I have to process.
Well, you know, for Bible people, it's in the book.
Well, I'm going to read a couple of scriptures, and it says, Ephesians 4:32 says, "And be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Christ forgave you." Now, here's my thing. So, needing forgiveness and hurting, that's not the same thing. Like if you, like Cedric has hurt me before, hurt my feelings, or, you know, like, I don't know. I would define what hurt is.
But that wasn't done out of love.
That wasn't done out of love. Love didn't do that.
Love didn't do that. His love didn't do that.
Yeah, but the thing is also sometimes if the other party does not meet my expectations, then I'm hurt. And if that's not love, that's because I had uncommunicated expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So you had expectations, and they were not communicated, so there was injury.
Right.
And love had nothing to do with that.
Right.
And I think Paul Cody says it very well. He says the commission of the action was not done in love.
The commission of the action was not done.
It's not done in love, because love, when you truly love, and when you're walking that out in any part of your relationship, there have been times that Mark and I, what we did wasn't out of love.
It was out of personal.
It was out of personal
injury,
whatever.
Personal hurt and insecurities, and then you hurt each other. All the while you're in a relationship that you define by love. Right? Just because you're in love, everything you do does not come out of love.
Right. April, 1 Corinthians 13. That's my favorite one.
And especially if you get like one of the new versions that kind of breaks that Corinthian down, you'll see that he constantly lets you know that love does not injure you. It doesn't do anything negative to you.
Right.
You know, so yeah, we have to kind of change that narrative, because it's in our music, it's in our movies.
Hey, Special.
It's in all of our books about what
love hurts.
Yeah, love hurts.
So much
what's love got to do with it? You know,
and even in real life, real time. I remember back in the day. When people would say, you know, he does it because he loved me. No, if he hitting you upside your head, it's not because he loves you, babe.
Right.
You know, that's
not love.
That's not love. That has nothing to do with love.
Right.
Philippians 2:3 says, "Let nothing be done, therefore, through selfish ambition or conceit." I can't talk. I can't read. But in loneliness of mind. I can't read for nothing. Can you finish it? I'm tearing it up.
Let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than themselves, which lowliness of mind means be humble.
Be humble. Sit down.
Yes.
Okay.
Do for the other before you do for yourself.
Correct.
Frankie said, I agree with that. All right, Renako says, survival sounds like faking it until you make it somewhat, going through a process in the relationship to keep peace, but not be at peace.
And if that's what you've learned.
But that's not healthy. But that's not healthy.
No, it's not healthy. But
they
if
say
that's
happy wife, happy life, that's not healthy.
No.
It's
but
happy house, happy spouse. Happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah,
anyway, we both got to be happy.
Yeah, but we work from what we know. And like you said, we know better and we learn to know better over time. We do better.
Well, I don't even submit to that really, because there's been plenty of times that I've been married in these however many 21 years that I wasn't happy, but I still
wait a minute. You weren't happy. You weren't happy with me the whole time?
No.
I like what a wonderful baby. baby.
Yeah, there was no promise to make you happy.
Hey, look.
Exactly.
Baby.
No way in the Bible said you're gonna be happy.
No, they didn't promise you that. You didn't vow to be happy.
Many times.
I was a whole mess, child. I wasn't happy with myself. So if he said he was happy, he'd be lying. I'd be like, a lie to take the term, that's a lie.
And I think that's out of the parameters of what we're supposed to be discussing as far as happiness is concerned. But I think a lot of times we do get into relationship and into marriage expecting that other person to make us happy.
Correct.
And the Bible doesn't even mention being happy. It said the joy of the Lord is our strength. But you know, Kirk Franklin got a song, I just want to be happy. That's not biblical.
We can be happy.
No, but I'm saying, but the Bible doesn't promise us happiness.
Well, the word happy comes from the word happenstance, which means happiness is produced when something happens to make you happy. That's all.
Preference.
And that could be anything.
Right.
That could be a pretty flower, a kitten. That could be somebody patting you on the back, somebody saying thank you. So happiness fluctuates.
Okay.
Joy is from within. Joy is internal and it goes out. So that's why we center on that as believers. And if you operate from joy, then what happens doesn't take away your joy.
Right.
After happiness, be joyful, no matter what's happening.
Yeah, but if you operate off being happy, when that thing changes, you won't be happy.
Right.
So what would you tell somebody that's looking for love to look out for, since because we still at an impasse with the red flags and the preferences and the deal breakers? What would one of you guys tell them when they're looking for love, what to run away from, what would you say if you had to try to give it a little summation, if you have something?
Well, I would say the first thing, if you're looking for love, you need to look internally. You need to learn how to love yourself.
Okay.
You can't properly love anything or anyone else if you don't know how to love yourself. If you look in the mirror and you see red flags in your own temperament, in your own character and personality, and you know what they are.
Right.
You know what you know. You got a short temper. You got low patience. You don't like this, you don't like that,
right.
Things you just don't tolerate. Now, those are red flags, because who would want to deal with you in your limitations? So if you have
wait, in your limitations, what's your
limitations? That just means things you can't handle. If we describe a lot of things. Well, I can't put up with, I can't handle that. We always say what we can't take.
Right.
And that's a limitation of self. When we talk about what we can't take, because we're made to take a whole bunch, and we take a whole bunch anyway. So
they say you said a whole word, Brother Mark. Somebody else said that's the answer right there. Look, see, you always drop.
I'm just saying, we don't look for love outside until you capture love inside. If you can't love yourself,
and then if you can't reflect upon yourself, because a lot of times we don't even reflect. We look outward.
Are you saying take accountability for your stuff?
I take accountability for yourself. You need to reflect on your, not just love yourself, but you need to be able to reflect on yourself. As he said, look in the mirror, look at the man in the mirror, and figure out what it is that I'm bringing to this relationship. Is there anything? And not that the person that you get in relationship with shouldn't be a person that can help you unpack your baggage or whatever. Because we said, well, don't bring no baggage into the relationship. All of us got baggage.
All of it. Some of us got semis.
All of us have some type of baggage that we're going to bring. But then are we willing to face the fact that we have this baggage?
Right.
And then what are we willing to do with it?
Let me read some of the TikTok stuff because some of it's coming from to y'all and Mark because it was saying it's a must. That was when Mark was talking. Said, "Wow, yes, absolutely."
If you keep attracting the same type of people, look in the mirror. Like
that was when Mark. They were replying to you. I'm a little delayed on this side.
That's why I keep attracting the same kind. Please share, everyone. This is good for the soul.
Right. Listen, Mark and Mildred, let me tell you something. So they're not big on TikTok, but they're called Love Alive. Let me tell you something. Somebody that's married, that has grown children and grandchildren, but love each other. They have a book on Amazon. Honey, when we'll just set up a time just to FaceTime them. You know why? Because you better put yourself around somebody that's doing something positive and are where you want to be and going where you're trying to go. Because if you hang around pigeons, that's what you're going to be, a pigeon. I don't care what you're talking about. Eagles don't hang with pigeons. So I'm trying to be on this Eagles thing. So I'm trying to soar with the Clarks over here in Memphis.
Yes, sir.
So I spend time with those people. If I got a time and I'm frustrated, I call Mildred. She be like, "What's going on?" I be like, "I don't even know." Half the time I don't even know what's wrong. I don't even know. But you need wisdom. You need people around you that's going to feed into your marriage, feed into your life. If you're single, don't hang around nobody that's out here hoeing, because that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to want to do.
Oh, not hoeing.
I mean, it's a fact now. And so I'm sorry that I was cutting you off, but people are commenting on TikTok about what you guys are saying.
Like I say, don't ask for something you're not willing to give, and don't give out anything you are not willing to receive.
Okay. Love TikTok, what?
They say, yes,
please thank them.
Come on.
Look, people saying thank them. They said, come on. Listen, I tried to get them to come over to TikTok tonight, but they was having a few technical difficulties because they need to be over here in this box. Because if you want to join on TikTok, send a request. I know some people did not win and accept it, but they didn't come on. So if you want to, what's the name? It is Love Alive. Love Alive on Facebook, on Twitter. You on Twitter? Oh, well, Love Alive on Facebook and Love Alive on Instagram.
Now, since Twitter been going through their changes, I haven't fooled with that too much.
Okay, so Love Alive on Facebook.
I'll put it on here on Instagram.
Baby, it's not there. Well, put it there and then put it on. It's okay. Yeah, right. My brother-in-law put it in there. He put Love Alive. Okay. It's Mark and Mildred Clark. Let me tell you something. They'll drop some. Now, Mark will tell you some stuff. I'm in the process of cutting up a session. We had a men's cave with Cedric and 4 other men that had been married. It was at least 100-something years of marriage, actually more than that on there, because the Clarks and the girls are 40 years by themselves, 40 plus years.
90 years, yeah.
So you got men that fed into other men who they enjoy, and I'm looking to get that started again. But I've been trying to cut it up. It was so much good stuff. I ended up listening to it one night recently. I was supposed to be cutting up the stuff and couldn't finish cutting it up.
We're gonna do it again from a tropical location in person.
Listen.
Sounds good.
How you doing? What you saying, sweetie?
You talking about them?
No. I don't even know the battle is. No. All right.
I thought you rap or something.
No, they have these battles where they fans do something with your fans. I see it, but I don't know what it is. I'm old TikTok. Sorry. Look, hey, I'm old. But for as the other people that was in the conversation that want to join and say something, you are more than welcome to come. You guys always have great content. Well, thank you so much. I know we're new to all our videos we've been putting have been videos that we've already done. But when you hear this man cave stuff that I've been cutting up?
I'm in my season. Thank you, Lord, for the wisdom. Right on time.
Well, we appreciate it. The Clarks, Love Alive. Go to Facebook. I know y'all think Facebook for old people, but Facebook has some knowledge. They got a whole group called Love Alive Tribe, and they be dropping knowledge in the Love Alive Tribe. Stuff you be like, well, you know what? Well, he is right. And she is right.
I be on to something.
They saying something, man.
Yeah.
Cedric, I love you. I ain't tell you today. I do love you. I do appreciate you. Mom told me to tell you that. You got to get something. Because, Cedric and I have a great relationship, but it always can be better. You always have ups and downs. And just have people that I just have people in my timeline that's uplifting. I don't have mess in my timeline. It says, okay, so we're done over here. All right. So to wrap up on Facebook, we said you gotta be happy yourself. Oh Lord,
Oh, yeah, put it on there. Big Mike, Happy New Year, brother.
You got to be happy with yourself. This is the problem. We come to relationships saying you want 50-50. That's the new thing now. Everybody want 50-50. But this is what God revealed to me. Look, in the words of Demisha, what he downloaded to me. You don't want half of anything. You don't want half of a car. You don't want half of your clothes. You don't want half your shoes. You want the whole thing. So why not come whole, give 100, and then you can start on level playing ground. But when you come and you broken and I'm giving 20% today because I ain't.
What about the movie where the guy told the lady that you complete me?
That's a movie. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because you need to be complete for yourself.
He had love in his eyes though when he said it.
That sounds real good in the movie. That sounds real good in the movie.
That's not where it's at. Huh?
That's not where it's at.
Okay.
Well, to add to that 50-50 thing, and we've had a lot of conversations recently about how people are meeting up balance. Everybody's looking for a high caliber, whatever, man or woman. Yes. And what does that mean? Now, we have to be careful because, if you're people of the book, you have different criteria than people of a secular bent, which means in social settings, high caliber is someone with the bank account, the property, the look, the angles, but they may not be high caliber in their soul development or the personal or the character development.
Right. So they raggedy.
And most of our drama comes from the fact that we're underdeveloped. We can have a lot of stuff that puts us at a level, but if you're underdeveloped, then you're going to create problems in relationships. So
the one that's looking for money, that's a problem.
Yeah. So we like to think of high caliber as a person who has the holistic development, body, soul, and spirit. And you mentioned the 50-50. A high caliber person should come to a relationship with 100, but you don't lay 100 on the table because trust has to be earned.
So how much you lay on the table if you don't lay 100 on the table, Brother Mark? 35?
No, you lay on the
put some quarters out there.
You lay on the table what complements the relationship. But see, and often people will lay all of their trust, all of their resources on the relationship, and it'll be disproportionate because you don't know me that well.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me go back. Somebody said, I pray for this. I pray for this. I pray for this. To God be the glory. Somebody said, unhealed trauma stunts your growth. Yeah.
And then it'll be reflected in all your decisions.
100%.
Thinking you're okay. So yeah, every high caliber person should come prepared to be whole and 100%. Now, how we interact
financially as well as emotionally.
Body, soul, spirit.
But body, soul, spirit. All right. Okay, give me 1 second. I have somebody join on TikTok. Come on, Mr. Justin. What you got to say? You on mute.
Sorry, I had to turn it off. I was because babies over here running. No, I just wanted to say you guys look good on here. First off, welcome to TikTok.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
And the conversation's always on point. So I really didn't have nothing to say. I just wanted to say welcome.
Well, we appreciate this is Cedric's brother, his youngest brother, who is a TikTok guru. He on there all the time. Jesus,
he the man.
I'm like, say, look at your brother. Look at your brother.
Still working on it.
Well, we appreciate you. You ain't got to leave. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
No, good stuff. But yeah, like I was thinking about what you were saying about like that whole 100%, like 100%, and the reality is that we'll never be able to give 100%, even of 100%. But if people expected 50%, and that's the 100%, the 50%, then they're not gonna get the 50% either. So
I'm confused. What you said? Wait a minute, Justin. Wait. There's too many numbers now. Wait. I'm a little slow, Justin.
I understand what he said.
Oh, listen, but look. The intelligent person, Mr. Mark, said I understood what he said. See, he get on my nerves. He going to tell me later and explain to me and be like, okay, baby, come on, let me tell you.
When you were saying 50-50,
Uh-huh.
when you were saying 50-50, that 50% is the 100% that they can give.
Right,
100%,
right.
50%. So
Yeah.
if you're never going to be able to even give 100%, if you're only expecting 50, they're not going to even reach the 50. You know,
Right.
so
Well,
I'm going for the gusto. I'm going
know
for
that's
100. You know,
Mark said you don't, Brother Mark said you don't lay all of it on the table.
When
So-
when I say that,
Yeah.
now, let me
Not
clarify.
at first. Not at first. I'm sorry.
Let me clarify what that means. In effort, when you come with 100%. You don't show up with less than 100% for a relationship, for a marriage.
Okay.
If I make a commitment to her, I should show up with 100%. Now, and I shouldn't expect her to show up 50 and me show 50. Because what if she's at a 20% day
Oh,
and I'm at a 50% day?
so we have different percent days.
Well, you know you do.
You know you do.
There are some days you wake up.
So the effort for my relationship should always be 100.
Mhm.
When I was talking about the 100% of a high caliber person, we're talking about the stuff you have.
Right.
We're talking about your portfolio and your package.
Right.
Your package should be 100%, but your effort should be 100%. Now, you don't lay down your 100% package down just because you meet someone.
You don't say here go all my bank account, all my.
That's not love or wisdom. That's not love or wisdom. But my effort,
That's
my
funny.
effort in a committed relationship should always be the attempt for 100. And as he said, because I probably can't give 100, but if I'm trying to give 100, maybe I can make sure I squeeze out 80.
Right.
80 is passing. 80 is a good grade.
Right.
And part of that 100% is going in and telling a man or a woman everything you want in a man or a woman.
Communication.
No. I'm saying that if we're just looking at each other.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna go in telling him everything I want in a man. Because first of all, I need him to show me who he is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I go in telling him everything I want, what do you think he's gonna do?
Pretend.
Right.
He's gonna be everything that I just said.
Yep. Right.
That may not be real, you know, but if he shows up as himself,
yes,
whatever that is. Now we can have conversations. We always recommend
right
that there are conversations that you need to have if you are in search of a husband or a wife. You need to have these conversations. I'm not gonna go into all that right now.
It's covered in the book. Get the book and they'll tell you.
You know,
the book is called.
You need to have conversation to see if these people can really handle conversation. You don't have to have this conversation all at one time, but you have conversations that are meaningful conversations to see where a person's head is.
Right.
But for him to tell me, oh, I'm looking for this kind of woman, girl, I'm gonna do everything that he said.
Listen, I posted a clip from we were in a conference one time and they were talking about can a guy come from out of town and sleep on your couch if he your friend? I was like, you asking for disaster, baby. And I was like, the thing about it is even if he's your best friend, you done told him everything that you missing, everything you want. You know how to pretend to be that person for the moment, you know, because they're vulnerable at that time. So exactly, you're right about that. I hadn't even thought that far through. I wish we can get this stuff. I
put them up there
on Instagram. I mean on TikTok.
Oh no,
okay. So we need Love Alive on TikTok, and it's on Instagram. I'm telling y'all would thank me. Y'all would thank me. Even just the daily nuggets or whenever nuggets come. You would. TikTok? They're not really on TikTok.
Not really, or they're not at all. Or they're not on.
We're not on TikTok.
No.
Okay. Because if you guys get on, let me know and I'll make a video or whatever. You know.
No, he gotta go get a hotel. I've done that. Right. But you know the thing about it is that people feel like I think we psych ourselves up that we stronger than we are. Like, oh, I can have him in here, ain't nothing. Wait, where you put it at, baby? I don't even see it. My baby said he put it on there. You ain't put it, baby.
I did.
That baby's special. He put it up there. He is working hard for Love Alive.
It's right there.
I don't see it, baby. You see it? Jesus be offense.
It's up there.
Jesus
on
be
the
love.
screen.
Jesus be love alive.
That's it right there. See?
I'm gonna put up a video and tell people to go follow Love Alive. But I'm going to
Tell them to get the name of the book too.
the name of the book. I'm gonna do a little thing and just tell you to follow. But I'm gonna have to tell them. I'm gonna have to send them to their Facebook, Instagram because they need that book. B, you need B. I'm telling you. First of all, it's a beautiful cover. This is regular, but it's a beautiful cover. Great content. I don't like nobody in my home must be vetted over time. I understand that. So the Clarks, we thank you for joining us. We are going to switch on over there and have a discussion on TikTok where we can let some people in these boxes and see what they're talking about. I wish you would join us. You can still try. But
I'll try again. I'll see if I can get over there.
But thank you for joining us. And
Appreciate if
you can try, we'll see
Appreciate
you.
being here.
We love y'all.
We love you too. We'll have to catch up soon.
Yes. Look, we planning the trip right now, so that's what we coming.
My favorite now to say
We're not gonna say he done it. Boy, you ain't slept
slept
with
on the
nobody
couch.
couch unless she
Somebody-
slept with you.
he's saying the victor come to spoils.
All right, y'all have a good night. I love you.
All right, love y'all
Keep
too.
on over to TikTok at Black Love, and we can finish this conversation over here. Love you guys.
I'm gonna try. I can't make no promises though.
You gonna make it. You gonna make it in Jesus' name. Bye.